where the outcome is going to be devastating.
Devastating indeed. Let's wait no more. Let's hand it back. The referee in charge of this one, Diego Pereira, in the white shorts and blue corner, and Kairin Moses in the black shorts and the red corner. They touch him up. Do not blink. Kairin moving forward. Nice feints there from Diego Pereira, such an athletic fighter. Powerful, powerful legs as well on him there.
Here's the chess match aspect of the fighting. You have two very well-established stand-up fighters, and they're looking to go ahead and find an angle. They're reading each other right now. All right, I fake here, I step here.
Yes.
What are you going to do? What's your response? What are you looking for? Because once you execute a technique, it's too late to go ahead and start to try to make decisions at that moment.
Already Diego Pereira using that body kick right across the liver there of Kairin Moses early on. Oh, switching it up to the head now. Kairin Moses aware of that. Both fighters with one punch, one kick, knockout power. Oh, looking for that high kick once more. Diego good at working backwards with his... oh, he catches him with the right behind the ear there. You can see that he's hurt. Kairin Moses is in trouble. Oof. Now the Black Panther smells blood.
Oh, almost fought back.
Oh, he's caught him as well. Look at this.
Still not really on steady legs just yet, Kairin isn't. But that left hook definitely returned the favor to Diego, and he can now establish... And looks like he's clear again.
He's clear again. There's oh, and again he's going for that high kick. But Diego moving forward almost got caught himself there.
He did. Nice left hook there for Kairin to fight his opponent off of him. And that's a much better response. You either have to throw back or clinch. Backing up and covering up is never really the right option. It just allows you to be a sitting duck for your opponent. If he comes in sniping and looking for the placement of shots, you're in trouble.
Wow, huge swing for the fences there from Diego Pereira.
Well, and that was the punch he caught him in earlier. He's switching stance, walking backwards, moving, keeping good pressure and good base. And he was able to throw that overhand right as a counter shot defensively. And Kairin walked right into it. But that time, Kairin identified it, was able to sit under it, and it sailed over the top of his head.
You got to give credit to Kairin's recovery as well. Oh, he ducks it once more. He reads it again.
Now let's see what the next evolution is. He has the same defense each time forward. If Diego now decides to go help, the left kick comes, right? You know, there's the, now the chess game starts. All right, you're going to duck my right hand? Then I'm going to go ahead and fire a left shot coming up right where you're going to be.
Good support here for Diego Pereira. Clinches, nice turn there from Kairin Moses. 1 minute 40 seconds left in this first round. Kairin's corner calling for pressure now, wanting to push him back against the fence. I'm so impressed with how Diego works off the back foot, though. Keeps moving and then opens up an opportunity.
And feels comfortable in both stances.
Yeah.
He heard it when he was...
Oh! Keep making me flinch with that.
But he seems comfortable. I mean, sometimes you see guys switch stances and you're like, you know, you need to go ahead and stick to your southpaw or your orthodox. But so far, Diego Pereira looks good in dangerous both sides. And he does it by backing up. So he's not switching his feet directly in front of you. There, it's a nice uppercut.
Beautiful uppercut, just grazed the nose there. Also, just before that, met Kairin Moses with a very stiff jab as he came in.
And there already, that shows his mentality of adapting the shot. If Diego came forward hoping that maybe that, you know, Diego or that Kairin would have slipped underneath that shot, he would have ran right into the uppercut.
Through the uppercut, as you called it there as well. Kairin just bounced off the cage, resets. Just 15 seconds now left on the clock here. Oof, looking for an uppercut combo of his own. Oh, there's right in front of us. Diego Pereira catches Kairin Moses with a slick uppercut.
Kairin threw a nice combination himself, but didn't get out of the way afterwards. And Kairin wasn't exactly stunned enough not to return fire, and by returning fire, caught a good shot. And there was one of the most devastating shots of the fight. There, the overhand right as he stepped in, you can see that he was a little lost, able to recover, threw shots back, able to land a left hook. I think this one right here, boom. That was able to stun Diego just enough to go ahead and allow Kairin to go and catch a breather.
Certainly was a warning shot. But all praise Kairin Moses' recovery, because he was certainly badly hurt in that first round. Came back round, finished strongly.
And the thing about that shot, the overhand right, sometimes long lead hooks are the same way. They land right there on the ear. And the only way I can explain it to somebody at home that hasn't been hit that way is when you have a cold, you're a little infected inner ear, and you stand up too fast, the room starts to close in on you, you lose your balance, your equilibrium's off. That's what that punch particularly does. So you can't really out-tough it. You just lose your legs, you lose your balance for half a second. Sometimes longer. It depends on how fast you recover, and there's no way to will yourself through it.
I had the same feeling at the ACB Christmas party without getting punched in the face, though.
You gotta watch your drink.
you got to stop buying me them. That's
Bill Cosby.
Let's keep it rolling. So round two is underway. Diego Pereira in the blue corner. Kairin Moses coming out with more urgency in the red corner. Listening to Pereira's corner there, they were asking to circle off after those strikes. Don't go in straight lines. Hit, don't be hit. Sounds like a good plan to me.
It always is, but it's hard to do when the guy's punching you back. Everything works out better until you get that other guy just doesn't want to cooperate.
Come on, man. You can now tell Kairin came out with a little bit more urgency, but once Pereira got a couple of shots off, now that urgency has turned to caution, and Pereira again trying to make him pay on the way in.
Well, and what I'm seeing right now, and I think that's what Kairin is feeling, he's not comfortable. Oh, great sweep.
That was a great sweep. Oh, great timing on the level change, but Kairin Moses aware of it.
Great athletic ability to keep his balance like that. Framing well. But it seems that Kairin doesn't feel as comfortable with his long-range hand attacks.
Yeah.
So what happens is he came in motivated mentally, but as you don't have success, your brain and body are kind of fighting each other. You're like, okay, come forward and get this. And then as you do, you don't really have the right tool in your toolbox to accomplish that goal.
Yes.
And so you lose enthusiasm, you really do. And, your corner can yell things off, but it's kind of too late at this point. This is when you go home and you're like, hey, if a guy does this, I didn't feel like I had the proper response to go ahead and inflict damage on him.
And now Diego really working this clinch. Lovely sweep there.
Oh, he went for the wrist.
He's trapped it behind his back once again.
Oh, Kairin's in trouble right now. Diego's left hand is going to be free right here. He slipped his hand back out.
Got it through. He's managed to get it through, but that was vital. Like you said, Diego was about to turn around with a free weapon and a free target.
I tell people, when we're in the gym and we're rolling and I lock that up, if you lock it up on me, it's a tap. Because if we're fighting for real and you have my wrist trapped against my back, against the cage, you're in trouble.
Yep.
You've made some mistakes.
You've gone down the wrong road, my friend. Now Pereira really looking at this clinch, changing up the range, and he's very dangerous. Watch for the elbows on the break. Watch for the knees as well. Watch him push the head down.
Yeah, and actually Diego's been more offensive with the takedowns than I've seen him in previous fights.
Without a doubt, certainly more offensive with the clinch. But again, this is about changing the style, making your opponent not know what's coming, and that's exactly what Pereira's doing. Watch for the elbow. He's lining it up. Oh, there we go. He's matched with another one. Kairin Moses letting him know he's got some sharp, pointy things too. Oh, catches him with a right.
You know what, though? Diego has a solid jaw because he caught him with the right hand coming forward.
He didn't even blink.
He didn't even blink.
You do have to ask, there's a bit more labored thing about Diego's shots there and also punches. Once you engage that clinch, it's a totally different.
Diego took that shot from too far away. Kairin identified it, was able to get that underhook. Has a great frame right now with that right elbow. And that's smart. If you can create distance with the frame, drop the elbow. Just be careful. If that elbow slides over the head of Diego, you're giving your opponent a takedown.
Yes. Diego continuing with this clinch, controlling the position. 45 seconds left on the clock here in round number 2, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. And after that first round, the fact we're getting to a third round is something we might not have predicted earlier on.
Now the conditioning of Kairin is really coming into play right now.
Really is touted as something special coming out of New Zealand.
And just the switch stancing step backs.
Say that again.
Diego, yeah. Oh, beautiful sweep to a knee.
Nice trick. Oh, but Kairin making him pay as soon as he gets back up.
But see there again, the switch stancing, I think that's really affecting Kairin's ability to time a shot. You know, as you come forward, you're looking for the holes. I call them lines. What line I can attack on that I'm going to get through your defense and hopefully have a limited response of your offensive attack back. And by you switching stance, it throws it off. It's like, okay, you're right-handed. I know these are the weaknesses I can go for. Now, so boom, you step back, you create a distance, and now you're left-handed. It's like, ah, shit, where am I going to find the right hole?
And there we go. There's one of the takedown attempts there from Diego Pereira. And just looking at the body language in the two corners, Pereira, hands on the cage, big deep breaths, ice on his back. Kairin, very enthusiastic. I think they feel like they're growing into this fight. They can feel Diego Pereira fade, but you best not take this third round lightly because Pereira's got that knockout power.
Yeah, right now it seems like just the skill of Diego has gotten him through so far this round. I have him winning the fight. Kairin now, though, you're seeing that he's just marching on. His conditioning, this is where the hard work, where, you know, your background, your parental privilege is not coming to play. This is where you can train to put yourself at a high level of conditioning. And you're seeing that with Kairin, he has the hard work, and it's going to pay off right now because he needs this third round.
So a third round is set. Diego Pereira in the blue corner. Kairin Moses moving forward this corner, calling for it instantly. That jab, though, of Diego, very effective as well. Oh. Kairin Moses actually started MMA, just looked for a hobby. Ended up with 3 now. Completely dedicated to MMA, Muay Thai, and BJJ. Pereira switching stances. Corner calling that 1 foot. That's a nice check hook there from.
Yeah, and right now this is not a skill thing as much as a conditioning thing. Kairin has, you know, everybody talks about having heart digging down, but guess what, man? Fatigue makes cowards of the strongest of men. Absolutely. You can't fight back if your body just doesn't have it in the gas tank to push forward.
Oof. Kairin looking to slip that, come over the top with that left hand.
And coming forward, calculated aggression is what he has to do. Because you don't want to run into one of the shots there from Diego. I know he's fatigued, but he's still powerful. He's just going to, it's throwing down the volume of what he can throw, but when he does throw, it's going to hurt.
Still massive power in this young fighter. Kairin Moses is chasing this, trying to grasp this victory in this third round.
That was the 1-4 they've been calling for. Came too aggressively forward. Diego's going to lock up this body clinch and try to eat out some time.
Looked like he was getting frustrated with Diego in that southpaw stance, just stopping that jab, using his rangefinder. Seemed to come in a bit overexcited almost.
Oh, wrist grab.
Oh, here we go.
He needs to punch his hand into the ground.
He locked this up early in the first round, but Kairin Moses was able to get out, but now he's 2 minutes 38 seconds to play within this round, and that right arm is trapped there. You can see it, the grip around the back of Kairin Moses.
And his own body weight's trapping it. So he needs to force out, roll his wrist. By rolling his wrist, he can break the thumb, the weakest part of that grip.
Oh, look, he might get off his back now here.
And you know what? 17 minutes into a fight, or 12 minutes into a fight right now, this is rough. Having a man on top of you, carrying his weight, trying to fight your way up. There's technique to make it more efficient, but it comes down to also just being gritty. You're gonna have to just, how bad you really want it.
The crowd now getting behind their fighters here at the Gold Coast Convention Center at ACB 76. 1 minute 50 seconds left, and Pereira content to work here, but Kairin really fighting hard to get off this cage. Trying to break that grip.
And they're both being active. Oh, body lock there. Oh, decided to get rid of it.
Watch for the elbow on the break again. They reset. 1 minute 30 seconds left in this fight.
I don't agree with that strategy there for Diego. I think he would have been better off keeping him up against the cage with his level of fatigue. And then the backing up right now, it could look to the judges as he's not engaging, because before in the first 2 rounds as he was backing up, he landed shots. He had stunned Kairin, but now he's backing up and not doing anything, and Kairin's throwing.
Kairin really pushing forwards, trying to make this last 60 seconds of this fight. I know he catches him 3 times there. What a chin on Pereira.
I know, I mean, I want to be impressed with the punches that Kairin's throwing, but I mean, not even a grimace coming from Diego.
Even the beads of sweat on his brow are not moving when he connects. That's how tough this man is. "35 seconds now. There's only so much time. Like you said, I agree with you. Potentially, Diego Pereira has taken that first 2 rounds. Oh, a nice body shot. Watch for the overhand right to follow that. There's that switch to southpaw that's frustrated Kairin Moses so much in this fight, this 3rd round in particular.
And I mean, that takedown and ground and pound could have stole the round there a little bit for Diego, but the amount of backing up he did and not throwing punches, the volume of movement and aggression that Diego was attempting, or Kairin, probably slid in his direction.
So there we have it. A fight we predicted when we sat down and looked at these would not go the distance.
Nope, I didn't think it would.
Goes the distance. This is the beauty of MMA, and also such great matchmaking. Look like some of the action back here. This is the arm trap. What a horrible place to be trapped in the 3rd round.
Yeah, I've been there.
I'm sorry about that. That was a good training session, but I think we both evolved as martial artists in that 15 minutes,
yes. Yeah, here just you see the forward aggression and combinations of Kairin, and I think that, he grinded out some great movement there, great strategy and movement from Diego, but it just really tailed off there in that 3rd round.
So this one will go to the judges here at ACB 76. Let us know how you think that fight went and what you think will be the outcome of the other fights on our card. Hashtag ACB 76. Get involved on social media at ACB_league on Twitter, at ACB MMA on Instagram, and AC Berkut on Facebook. We've got some great fights ahead. Let us know who you think take our main event. Sharaf Davlatmuradov versus Brett Cooper. And our co-main event, Dylan Andrews versus Amazam Amagov. Diego Pereira looking quietly confident there. And for both men to get through this fight, all of their 4 fights have been finishes. And that's the first round where he got rocked behind the ear. That equilibrium completely gone, but he regained it, came back strong, especially in that 3rd round, Kairin Moses.
I Nice elbows from the clinch. Beautiful step back sweep. And here, great ground and pound with that wrist trap behind the back, sitting in the half guard, makes it hard for your opponent to switch either way. And once again, kind of the tail of that fight. Kairin moving forward and Diego moving backwards.
Well, let's find out who'll have their arm raised. Let's hand it back to Cyrus Fees.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard. First judge scores this fight 29-28, Moses. The last 4 judges scored the fight 29-28 for your winner by split decision, El Pantera Negra, Diego Pereira.